to be with you. The answer is a very short one. Instantly, completely, and forever. And alongside me, fortunately, every day since then, has been my wonderful wife, Lori, who is actually here tonight, too. Lori, would you wave to the crowd? Now, right after the flight, Lori was at our home in Northern California by herself with the satellite truck starting to show up where they were there for 10 days. I at least had help from my airline pilot union colleagues to help me through the initial days of this craziness, but it has been a wild ride ever since my name was discovered by the press.
In interview after interview, you say, I'm not a hero. I am not a hero. What I did was just part of the job. I did my job. How do you then define what a hero is?
Well, Lori and I actually had that conversation because that H word was pushed in our direction so many times, so often, and it just didn't seem quite right. It didn't seem quite appropriate. So Lori actually looked up in the dictionary. One of the definitions of a hero is someone who chooses to put themselves at risk to save another. And we didn't think that quite fit this particular situation. This sudden life-threatening crisis was thrust upon us. We didn't have a choice. We just did the best we could in very difficult times. But we certainly began to understand people's need to feel a certain way about the event, and by extension, about me and the crew and the rescuers, and to use that word to describe it.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think with a voice like that, you wasted 42 years in the air. Because you should have been on the air, on the radio.
Well, thank you, but sometimes being called a radio voice means that you also have a radio face, but I know what you mean.
What can other pilots then learn from your experience as you're about to learn when the Canadian geese, you have to say a word or two about that, struck the plane, you only had 208 seconds. 208 seconds, which has come to define much of what's happened since then, to figure out what to do. What can other pilots learn from you and from those 208 seconds?
Well, you have to remember that almost everything we know in aviation, there are important lessons we bought